So good morning. It is April 16th. We made it through tax day. Not that that has anything to do with me really yet, but I'm 10 days past my last vlog, so I'm a little behind schedule because I was going to do one a week. And here we are, and the sun is out and the sky is blue, and no, not everything has leaves yet, but there's green out there. So it's exciting because things are starting to come out. Where we're at now is where we're going to be putting in an additional herb bed. We got some cleanup to do. We'll be doing here in the next month, and then it's going to extend out. This is behind me was last year's garden that we haven't tilled it under yet. It's still composting. So I wanted today to show you our wild garlic. We'll be selling this fresh, and local markets, individuals, we can ship it. We'll have to ship it really quick though, because I want it to stay fresh for you. But wild garlic is just awesome. It has such a great flavor. It's great in a lot of your dishes. And it's just prolific here. It's growing everywhere. You can see just popping out and everywhere, and it's grown really tall. Now, one of the things people ask me is they say, well, I thought that's wild onion. Well, wild onion, the difference is that the wild onion has a flat, solid leaf. This is the leaf. And you can see on the garlic that it's hollow. That tells me it's garlic. And also the way that it leaves out at the bottom. You can see that the leaves are coming off the side of the stem, versus an onion, it'll come off at the base. All the leaves will come from the base. So we know that this is garlic. So when you purchase these from us, there we are. I can't wait till I have my helper with me that can do the video instead of me doing it by myself. I'm not very good at it. When we sell these, I'll do them in bunches of probably 50 bulbs, because there's a lot of them, and they're little. So yeah, and this is edible besides just the bulb, the garlic itself, but you can chop up the greens too. So we're going to forage a little bit today. I wanted to show you some of the things that are just starting to come up. Here is some of the stinging nettle. And yes, I'm touching it because I'm crazy, but I guess I've handled it enough that I can touch it and not get stung. Sometimes I still get stung. And I am going to walk around, and I'll just turn the video on and off as I come across some of the other plants that are starting to come up. So here's some of my mints coming back out. And look, there's some garlic. Doesn't sound like a good combo, does it? But they seem to like growing together here. These were the old stems from last year. The starts are coming off the base. I'll have to look up my specifics on which variety this one is, but that's a good thing. We've got a whole row of it coming back out. And this will all get cleaned up in the next couple weeks. Okay, I found some really small burdock root, or burdock plant, that I'm going to be able to harvest from this year, because I'm looking for a first year burdock root. And so we've got a few here, so I'm going to let them get a little bit bigger. These leaves will get a lot bigger than that. But I've got quite a few of them starting to come up here. And yep, I'm out by the pond. You can see, I don't know if you can see them back there. We got a mallard, a couple mallards that have decided to take residence. And then my ducks come up once in a while. The cattails are coming up pretty well. And the leaves are just getting ready to come out. Okay, here is a mullein plant coming up. This is something that we will harvest. It'll have a really large spike of blooms, and we'll harvest the blooms off of it. You can use the fresh leaves for wounds. But yeah, these typically grow in not the best soil. So this soil is not too bad, but it does have some clay and a lot of sand and gravel in it. And so they're just here and there around the farm. Typically, they reseed themselves, so I can usually find them near where I found them in the past. Here is my main yarrow bed. And you can see the little starting to come. Seriously. Oh, okay. We're gonna look at some other yarrow since she just sat on that one. Here's some more coming up, and definitely getting time for me to start cleaning these beds out. Hi, Trixie. So yeah, there's quite a few popping up. These also reseed themselves. And it's crazy how hard it's been for me to find dandelion. But dandelion root is something we'll be also digging and drying. And they haven't started blooming yet, but I guess I need them to start blooming so I can find them. So those were not dandelion. So my yard usually is full of them, wouldn't you know. Here's my poppies. Some of my poppies coming up here. And some more garlic. We got garlic, don't we, Trixie? Let's see if I can find any. Okay, well that's silly that I can't find any dandelions. I will. Last year I planted arugula in the garden for the first time, and I did an experiment and let it attempt reseeding, and you can see new little starts coming up. Well, Trixie gets out of the way. So we're going to reorganize these. We're going to put them in a nice neat row. And you can also see we amend the soil in the garden with all the ash from our wood burner that heats the house. So here's some more starts, and they already smell good. Could already have some. They'd be tiny. Here's my convenient chamomile bed. It's near the house. You can see they're coming up nicely also from reseeding. And I'm going to have to do another shot of these after I clean the beds, because I swear I'm neater than this. So here are just barely coming up. This is my most popular apple mint for teas. Great flavor. Just starting to pop out, and these are just growing. They again have a rhizome root, and they spread very easily. These are just growing in my flower bed by the house, but it's awesome because I can just go outside and pick some. anytime I want some tea. Grand finale. This is catnip, and it is much stronger when it's young and fresh like this. It's almost so potent the cats don't get super. Try it, Trixie. She loves catnip. It makes them a little bonkers, so sometimes it's just a little too strong. But we have this everywhere at the farm. The birds reseed it. It reseeds itself. It also makes a great tea. So I think that's it for today. I went kind of longer than I usually do. With that, I'll talk to y'all next week.